Hello everyone, I'm Jerry Corcoran, the proud president of Illinois Valley Community College, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to this evening's massage therapy graduation ceremony. To those of you who might be first-time visitors to our beautiful campus, welcome to IVCC. Before going any further, there's one individual that I'd like to recognize joining us tonight from the IVCC Board of Trustees, and that is Dr. Amy Boyles. So Amy, could you please stand for a minute? Amy Boyles. It's always a privilege to be one of the first to congratulate the graduates of one of the most well-respected massage therapy programs in the state of Illinois. And the reason that our program has such a great reputation and a high percentage pass rate for our graduates on board exams is because of the faculty. So will you please join me in saying thanks very much to our top-notch faculty. You all do great work, and I'm very proud of you. And finally, as I learned many years ago when trying to juggle careers and further my education and have somewhat of a personal life, it's important to recognize the network of family and friends who support our students in pursuit of their educational and career goals. So to each of you, our guests, thank you for the important role that you have played in helping these wonderful students tonight become proud graduates of the IVCC Massage Therapy Program. To our graduates, congratulations and thank you for making IVCC your first choice for higher education. And now it's a privilege to turn the rest of the program over to the program coordinator, and that is Roxanne Cherpesky. Please welcome Roxanne.
Thank you, Dr. Corcoran. Well, here we are, guys. So glad to see so many past grads here to celebrate the graduation of our last class, 2021. God bless you guys. Thank you all for coming here to join us. So, is this on? Can you guys hear okay? I don't think it's on. Anyway, can you hear me? Okay. Okay, so as program and coordinator and instructor, I've had the distinct honor of working with these students from the very beginning of their journey into massage therapy all the way up to tonight. I just want to say to them that I'm in awe of your strength. I'm in awe of your perseverance. I'm in awe of your commitment and dedication to this program and to massage therapy. Throughout the 21 years I've been a part of this program, I've been blessed to witness the growth and transformation that occurs in each and every student, including myself. When they embark on this journey, they are not only taught skills that lead to a viable, rewarding, healing profession, they are challenged and guided to look within, to explore and examine where they may need their own healing, self-reflection, and self-care. They get to know themselves on a deeper level. They are taught the importance of being present with a client and approaching each person with unconditional positive regard. Without these components, hands are just moving over muscles, and the deeper connection that is required for true healing is lost for both client and therapist. I'm filled with gratitude and humility as I look at these current students and our past graduates. You have truly embraced and embodied the essence of massage, because massage therapy is touching. It is touching the body, its intricate designs of structure and form. It is touching the mind, its delicate balance of thoughts and emotions. It is touching the spirit and merging all three even if just for a moment. Massage therapy is touching humanity. I bow to you all. I forgot to introduce Wendy Lamboli. She's our speaker and longtime faculty. That's all right.
Hello. Well, at this point, everybody in attendance is probably aware that what you see right here, right now on this stage tonight, is the last graduating class from the IVCC Therapeutic Massage Program. That makes this night, yeah, go ahead, we did that. That makes this night a night for extraordinary celebration. Each one of these students, I'm sure that you have your own story to tell. But within each one of their stories lies the story of how this program came to be in the first place, and how it brought us here 23 years later for the grand finale. Please allow me to bring us back to the year 1998. Half of you weren't born then, right?
That's old as the program.
Yeah. 1998. IVCC's tuition was $42 per credit hour. Huh. A gallon of gas was $1.06. And Sherry Montrastelli was a part-time instructor in the nursing program. Thankfully, she was also a massage therapist, and one of her clients was Dr. Harriet Custer. Dr. Custer also just so happened to be the Vice President of Academic Affairs here at IVCC. So in the summer of 1998, Dr. Custer, I knew I was going to do that, Dr. Custer had the wisdom to ask Sherry what needs to be done to make massage more available in our community. And the rest, you might say, is history. Sherry then began investigating. She put in countless hours researching the community, and when she sent out surveys to businesses and the medical community, she got an overwhelmingly positive response indicating that there's a high demand for this profession. In November of 1998, IVCC approved the initiation of the Therapeutic Massage Program, and in the year 2000, we had our first graduating class, which consisted of 23 graduates. Sherry continued building this program to be the best in the state, and even though she officially retired in 2017, she continued to act as an immense source of information, inspiration, and support. Jane Sorrentino then bridged the program into Roxanne Chepersky's hands. Now, Roxanne was actually one of the original 23 graduates from that class of 2000. She continued to fight tooth and nail to maintain this program at the superb level that many have taken for granted. I hope I don't offend anybody by taking a moment tonight to thank Sherry and Roxanne for their exhausting efforts. Thank you so much. So far, okay? I just used the term exhausting efforts. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good description to introduce this graduating class. Who's exhausted here? Every year we have the ability to look back at what you had to go through in order to get to where you are now. As I started to do that this year, I thought, oh my gosh, how did you guys ever make this? These graduates never had a chance to get into a comfort zone with a consistent schedule. There were at least 2 main water breaks, snow days, a tornado, the boiler shut down, there were multiple power outages, and there were changes to the location of their classroom. I think that's enough in itself, But on top of that, there was the computer breach of 2019. Oh yeah, just for the fun of it, let's bring the pandemic into this equation. The pandemic led to distance learning on a Zoom platform. Now remember, this distance learning was while still trying to contend with a computer breach. And if that's still not enough of a challenge, let's throw in a few quarantines when they were finally able to return to the classroom. We all had obstacles in our daily life. I know that we did. But this was a lot to handle when trying to complete a hands-on massage therapy program. But these graduates overcame obstacle after obstacle, and you made it through. How? I think this class had an amazing focus on their goals. Their focus reminded me of a short story about keeping your goals in sight, and I hope you don't mind that I share it tonight. When she looked ahead, Florence Chadwick saw nothing but a solid wall of fog. Her body was numb. She was swimming for nearly 16 hours at this time. At the age of 34, her goal was to become the first woman to swim from Catalina Island to the California coast. Yeah, I had no idea where the Catalina Island was either. It's about 25 miles off of the coast. On this 4th of July morning in 1952, the sea was like an ice bath, and the fog was so dense that Florence could hardly see her support boats. Sharks did cruise toward her, and they were driven away by rifles, and against the frigid grip of the sea, she struggled on, hour after hour after hour. In one of her boats alongside Florence, her mother and her trainer encouraged her. They said, it wasn't much further, just keep going. But the problem was all that Florence could see was the fog. They encouraged her not to quit. Please don't quit, just keep going, you got this. And really, she never did quit until at that moment. She didn't know it, but she only had a half a mile to go when she stopped, and she asked to be pulled into the boat. She told the reporter, look, I'm not excusing myself, but if I could have seen land, I might have made it. It wasn't fatigue or even the cold weather or any other obstacle that defeated Florence. It was the fog that kept her from seeing her goal. 2 months later, she tried again. This time, despite the same dense fog, she swam with her faith in hand, and her goal was clearly pictured in her mind. She knew that somewhere behind that fog was her goal. Does that sound familiar? And this time she made it. Florence Chadwick became the first woman to swim the Catalina Channel, and she even beat the men's record by 2 hours. Go, woman! So why do I think of this story when I think of this graduating class? Because yes, everybody had their sacrifices during the pandemic. I won't deny that. But for this class, being here tonight is quite a success story, and it is a prime example of keeping your goals in sight, no matter what barriers cross your path. There may be other curriculums that draw more students, but you will never find a curriculum that draws more passion for their profession than these students, these instructors, and these past students. Living through and watching what these students had to endure to get to this day is nothing short of incredibly amazing. But you know what? The reward is not so great without the struggle. And remember this, a diamond is a chunk of coal that did well under pressure. With all of that being said, I would like to thank you for the time that we got to spend together. Life is about making memories, and I hope you will look back and realize that your memories at this time were worth making. The struggles were real, but you guys pulled together. You found strength and support from each other, and from my standpoint, you had a lot of fun along the way. Although I emphasize the importance of keeping your goals in sight, sometimes the memories are actually about the ride instead of the destination. And what a ride you guys had. In your future, there's always going to be another mountain. And yes, you're going to want to make that mountain move. You're going to see a lot of uphill battles, and unfortunately, sometimes you're going to lose. But memories aren't always about how fast you reach your goal and what's waiting on the other side. Sometimes the memories are all about that climb. Those things which were hard to bear tend to be so sweet to remember. You may not know it yet, but these moments are the ones that you're going to remember the most. Sometimes you never really know the true value of a moment until it becomes a memory. Just to share some of the things that I'll be remembering. Tam, I know you don't like being in the spotlight, but man, your eyes light up when you understand something. Amy, you like to have a hard outer shell, but I know you have a big heart with tons of passion. Your thank you card meant the world to me. Melissa, your unorthodox questions. She once asked me, Wendy, let me get this right, would you prefer a sheep or a horse? And I said, well, I would prefer a horse. And she said, well, why would you choose a horse? You could shave a sheep and use all that fur for clothes or pillows or something like that. And so I said, okay, then I guess I'd choose a sheep. But why would you choose a sheep? You can't ride a sheep. Why wouldn't you pick a horse? All the time. Alexa, only you can make tattoos stylish. It's good to see you back. Sharon, I know you don't want anybody out there knowing you're a closet Cubs fan. Your secret is safe with me, okay? Coach, what can I say? You are one of the most amazing, positive, unselfish people I have ever met. It is such a privilege to know you. Snickers. She dressed up as me for Halloween, and she was spot on. How could I let this day go by without acknowledging? Okay. This graduating class is not only the end of a chapter, but it's the end of a book. The book which contains the story, you may say, of the Therapeutic Massage Program. I said earlier that this is the grand finale. The definition of a grand finale is an impressive and exciting end to something spectacular. You will always carry the distinction of being the last graduating class from the IVCC Therapeutic Massage Program. Yes, you are the impressive end to something exciting and spectacular. I only have one last question for you guys. Can anybody tell me what a bursa is? Thank you.
Okay, and now we have a special presentation from one of our grads, Carla Guskuski. That's not it. There we go. So first of all, I would like to send out my love and good vibes and best wishes to our sweet little Bree. She wanted to be here, and she had a brain aneurysm, but she's good. We're just so glad that she's with us, period. So please send out good vibes for her. Thank you. Because she's watching on Zoom. Yeah, go ahead. That's all right. Thank you. So as we look back at the start of the millennium, the year 2000, Wendy kind of touched on it a little bit. Things like mad cow disease were causing alarm in Europe. Cell phones went from being a yuppie device to an essential consumer product. There was no Facebook, no MySpace, not even Google. The Y2K bug failed to happen,
And Tiger Woods became the youngest golfer to win a Grand Slam. And ironically, the #1 record was Faith Hill's Breathe. So everybody just take a deep breath. Yeah, we got this. Another phenomenon was the emergence of the therapeutic massage program at IVCC. So I wrote this little poem as a thank you to all the instructors and my classmates. First, there was Sherry, the founder of this program. Her first passion was nursing, but delved into massage without much coercing. Much time was spent preparing and recruiting and got the board's consent. With 24 students enrolled to start, the program soon became state-of-the-art. The place to go was IVCC to get a certificate or associate's degree. But she didn't do it all by herself. She had some help along the way. Linda taught techniques, and Carrie did intro, they say. And thank goodness they had Dan, who taught A&P and yoga and Tai Chi. And then there was Marlene. Running the clinic was her thing, and nursing knowledge she did bring. Jane S. taught business for a few years, and then for a semester even ran the ship, it appears. And we can't forget Jeffrey and Robin, whose time spent in lab was a godsend. And Jane B., with her vast experience and her subsequent tales, helped prepare us for whatever the future entails. Colleen led us through business, clinic, and capstone here at the school and Zooming from home. We appreciated her personal stories and such, and even the research papers, not so much. And we can't forget Wendy, with all her wisdom and passion. She even makes scrubs looks like it's a fashion. When students dress like you or secretly want to get hurt so they can come see you is quite the compliment, that is true. If you're wondering how that can be, it's because she's a PT. And then there's Roxanne, the glue that holds us all together. No one should have gone through the things she had to weather, from quarantines to moving the department 3 times. She remains upbeat and happy, and not just sometimes. She's supportive in every way, a Mother Teresa of sorts. And how can you not love her laugh, especially when she snorts? Sorry. The graduates for this final class are special, talented, and unique. There's big-hearted Sharon, who can now get up in front of class and speak. And Amy, whose perfect techniques are in the bank while entertaining us with her stories while being quite frank. Then there's sweet Melissa, who gives the best hugs and hair braids, but we've yet to get used to her scaring charades. And Tamara, who so loves her coffee, and soon will be taking her talents to KC. And then there's Brenna, whose hands are like magic, but if she has to sit very long, then it's tragic. Alexa took a break as she had a baby along the way, but alas, she still found a way to graduate with this class. And me with animals and my camera ready to go, so enjoying this journey more than you'll ever know. And we mustn't forget Jeffrey, our make-believe stalker, who took residence in the ductwork and gave Brenna a shocker. And to our favorite clients, you know who you are. Thank you for your support. You are a star. And to Gary from IT, who graciously came to help whatever the problem may be. I'm sure there are others that need to be recognized, but keeping this short, I was so advised. So as we walk the halls with our diploma in hand, remember what it took and how it feels so grand. And that you are part of a family for the rest of your lives, even though this program is headed for the archives. No one can ever take away your love of massage, your intention, your passion. It will never go out of fashion. We can only hope that these doors will open again, but until then, Let's make a difference one massage at a time. Amen. Thank you.
Okay, and now we're going to play a slideshow that the students put together chronicling our past year together. So sit back and enjoy. I haven't seen it yet, so I'm kind of nervous, but we'll see. Okay, so the time has come to hand out diplomas to our graduates. So I'd like to ask Colleen Fitzpatrick-Crabo, one of our faculty, to come up and help me with that. All right, Tamara Donahoe. Congratulations. Sharon M.
Carla Guskuski.
Congratulations, Carla.
Melissa Madrigal. Alexa Perez. Amy Rankin.
Congratulations.
Brenna Ricker.
Okay, so all these, you may be seated. Okay, you've all worked so hard over the course of the last year. You've all been outstanding with your work ethic and showing up, and just your dedication, like I said, is truly admirable. I do have two special awards for two students who were able to maintain a 4.0 GPA over the course of the whole massage program. We have Carla Guskuski and Amy Rankin. Okay, so another round of applause for 4.0. Thank you. Okay, so at this time, Amy would actually like to come up and make some graduation remarks.
You sure did. Yeah, it's all 4 pages are here. I'm just kidding. It's just one. It's just one. I really want some cake right now, so. Okay. So I just want to say thank you to everyone who has shown their support during the journey through this awesome program. Thank you not only to our family and friends, but also the instructors who've supported and mentored us throughout the program, as well as the IVCC staff who showed their support by attending our clinical classes and providing wonderful feedback that was extremely beneficial to our growth, as well as all of former alumni who are now licensed massage therapists who also came to clinical. We really appreciated everybody coming and supporting us. This will be like the 3rd or 4th time it's been said, but as everybody knows now, IVCC has made the decision to inactivate the therapeutic massage program. This was disheartening and really unfortunate news when it was made public, but I feel this is a very appropriate opportunity to take a few minutes in voicing what this program means to us graduates. I'm sure those licensed therapists that are sitting in attendance tonight can attest to these feelings. For the people who assume this program is just taking some easy classes on how to rub and massage people and make them feel okay, you couldn't be more incorrect. It is so much more. This program and its field is extremely challenging, like way more than I really anticipated. It's having a strong and confident understanding of the human anatomy, pathology, pharmacology, kinesiology. It makes you look into your own morals and values to have a better understanding regarding ethics, personal ethics, business ethics. Going through this program changes you as an individual. It forces a person to look within themselves and step out of their comfort zone to become more self-aware of one's purpose, their mindfulness towards humanity, and their own self-love. We students had a rare opportunity to look within and reinvent who we are in a safe environment where our thoughts and our opinions were received with open minds and without judgment or criticism. To us, this program also means recognizing not only our desire, but our need to help others through positive touch. I think to feel this kind of passion in a profession tends to be very rare, especially in society today. We are truly grateful to experience something like this. That being said, I feel this quote from Henry David Thoreau is very appropriate. What you get by achieving your goals is not as important as what you become by achieving those goals. So yes, today we leave with a certificate of completion from this program, proof of our education. But what we've become are finer, more empathetic individuals who want to share our knowledge and give to all. Thank you.
So, since this will be the last therapeutic massage graduating class for now, I would like to take time for us to share some thoughts about what the massage program has meant to those who have taken it, to those who have experienced the clinics. Anybody who wants to say something, I will give you a chance in just a little bit. We have a mic for your comments over there if you would like to say anything after I'm done speaking. But in general, I would just like to tell current grads and past grads that I have received so many emails from faculty and staff expressing their gratitude and appreciation for your professionalism and for all the chair massage events, the clinics that we have offered to people on campus and to the community. I can't share each one individually, but I've heard from so many people about how much they appreciate what you do for them. Many had no idea what massage was about, and by being made aware of its benefits and effects through the massage program, for many, it's become a regular part of their health care. So just by people learning more, by us being here, it has opened their minds and actually helped people to seek out alternatives to traditional medicine and actually more effective ways to deal with some of the issues that they have. So we have provided a great service to the community and to the college. Case in point, our longest-standing clinic client, Sue Myers. Where are you, Sue? Stand up. Stand up, look. Probably everyone here has had the chance to give Sue a massage. I mean, not everybody, just the graduates. I would think. I would hope, Sue. I don't know. So, Sue has been with us from our very first clinic in 2000, and that was my class. So that's how long I've known Sue and how long she's been a supporter of this program. She wrote me a letter just to express her sentiments toward the massage program and what it's meant to her over these 21 years. She said that when she came for her first appointment for the clinic, she was a little nervous because she didn't know what to expect. And I think everybody who has gone to their first massage appointment, that is sort of your feeling like, oh my God, what's happening, what's going to happen? But I guess it was a good experience because Sue has continued to receive massage from our graduates ever since that time. And she has been a regular attendee at our massage clinics over this whole time. She suffers from permanent nerve damage due to shingles, unfortunately, for the last 12 years. And although massage does not heal that condition, she says massage can relax my tense muscles and lift my spirits, which is like a huge benefit. Even though we can't heal, we can make quality of life so much better for everybody we touch. And so we thank you, Sue, for your loyalty and your support over all these years. Thumbs up, yeah. Okay. And then, on a personal note, I can say that my first massage from Sherry Monterstelli, the founder of the program, literally changed the course of my life. It ignited a love of massage that is still burning in my soul today. After that massage, I enrolled in and graduated from the first therapeutic massage program in 2000. And now I stand here as a program coordinator of that same program 21 years later. Things have come full circle. And circles never end, so it's amazing. I know many, many other students had that same sort of experience. One of our 2007 graduates, Sherry Smith, shared the following comments with me. She said, I graduated from the IVCC Therapeutic Massage Program in 2007. Going through the program was one of the best lifelong decisions that I have ever made. The classes were challenging and occasionally pushed me out of my comfort level, but with those challenges, I gained a new self-confidence that I never expected. The instructors were awesome. It was obvious that they truly cared about the students as individuals and wanted each of us to do well, grow, and succeed. The students all worked together to help one another. That's what we do, we're family. You couldn't help but make close friendships as we worked side by side, mastering our new skills. Overall, the program was life-changing for me. I graduated from the program feeling incredibly rewarded. I felt confident in my knowledge and skills and ready to begin my new journey. I not only gained a wonderful new career, but I also gained lifelong relationships. Thank you, Sherry, for sharing that with us. And now we do have an open mic. If anybody would like to say anything, any feelings that they have about their experience with the program, could be past grads, it could be faculty, staff, strangers, I don't know, whatever. So I'll give you a couple minutes if anybody wants to get up and say anything. No pressure. Yay, Lexanne. Woo, making me sweat.
You all know we're being here at Hello, everybody. I graduated last year. My name is Lexanne. And I have a really emotional about today. The group of teachers and faculty that are here today.
Don't do it.
That I have taken many classes at IVCC. And these teachers are hands down the best, most dedicated. I have learned so much about not just school, but in my business, my profession, but personally. This program literally changed me. I am so grateful for all of you and for all of the friendships that I've made along the way. And so I remember the first day of class for orientation, walking in, and Roxanne had all of the chairs in a big circle. And there was crystals and Palo Santos on the table. And she was like, okay, everybody gather around. We're going to do a soccer game before we even start. And I literally was like, I found my people. My life hasn't been any better since. So I thank all of you, and I thank all of you from the bottom.
Thank you for that, Lexanne. It was an honor. Anybody else? Okay.
I graduated in 15, so 6 years ago or something. I agree with everything she said, amazing, but to my point is keep learning, keep going, find your niche. I refer people out all the time. I like deep tissue. You come in, you want Swedish, which is awesome, thank God this program's here, and I do know Swedish. It's not my niche. So I might send them to like Stacy, or pregnancy, I think Stacy, Colleen. Tara does more like the muscles or nerves. And once you get your group of people and you all have your little niche, it's like this amazing community that you like figure out, can you help so-and-so? Or hey, can you help so-and-so? Just keep learning. Don't just keep this on the side like it's, you know, just a side thing. Just keep growing. And it's a great career. I bartended and waitressed my whole life, and I was like, I'm so over this stuff. I need to go learn, and I'm a hands-on, and massage completely changed my life. I'm a lot healthier, happier, but yes, this has taught me a lot. So congratulations, and I mean, congratulations about you guys. You're also working, which is awesome, and thank you to all your teachers. And I'm proud of how many years this has continued. So, yeah.
Thank you, Missy.
It's helped support myself and my family for 12 years now. To be able to help people physically, mentally, and spiritually, it's such a gift to make somebody's life better just by being there. Through touch, and what you said about touching humanity is so true. All of you that spoke, I almost cried every single time. I'm really not going to cry again. Like I said, my life would not be the same today without the IVCC Therapeutic program. It's the best decision I ever made in my life. Thank you so much for being the support community. All of you people here, I love all of you guys. It's just so nice to have people that know what we go through, that we can talk to. And I just want to give my best wishes to all of the graduates. I know that you guys are going to be amazing therapists. And like she said before me, we all do support each other. I refer out to, so does Missy, so does pretty much everybody in that front row. So you guys have entered this career. Good luck.
somebody else to get to the top. There is just collaboration, there is love, there is working together to further each other and to further our clients, which is what this is all about. It's all about the quality of life and I don't even know what else to say, but this, I do feel like it is such a service that this program is not going to be very longer because I just feel like all the other people that are going to come are not able to this close to home. And I was so distraught when I heard that the program is closing. And I'm so grateful to those who have come before us, before my class, that paved the way. And I'm so thankful for the newcomers and for my class, and I just, the teachers, you guys are all just, God, I just love this community.
Okay, thank you all so much for sharing your thoughts and getting outside your comfort zone to say things that are so meaningful. I know it sometimes is not easy to share feelings in front of a group, but I guess we taught you well. Thank you. So, in just a minute, I'm going to ask the current graduates, all past graduates, all LMTs in the audience to come up to do our Sacred Stone Circle. This has been tradition for 21 years. It goes all the way back to my class. So we do this every year at graduation. We have 2 pouches of stones today because there's quite a few of you. So you'll get your crystal fix. So, and as a special honor, Sherry Monterstelli is going to join me to pass the stones. And that is another full circle. And remember, circles do not end, they continue. So when you come up and receive your stone, I just want you to hold it between your 2 hands and just focus on the energy, the connection, and the support of the circle of our community. The rest of you in the audience, you can just sit back and listen to the song. It's called the Circle Dance, which is combined chants of the Navajo, Pueblo, and Sioux tribes, so that'll be playing in the background while we join in our circle. And I just want to say one last thing. Massage has joined us as a family, and you know, everyone who spoke has said that, and that's exactly right. And being a family means you are part of something wonderful. It means you will love and be loved for the rest of your life. And so it is. So, everybody come on up and we will, and once we get in place, they will start the music. So you guys can just kind of push your chairs back in. With Dr. Corcoran, if you guys can just kind of the periphery. Okay, so we're gonna let's get So once the music starts, I'm going to go around to the left, and we'll just reach inside the pouch and pick out whatever stone calls to you. Okay. Okay. Okay, class grads can go back to your seats, and current grads can go ahead and pull your chairs back up. Whew, it's starting to sweat. Okay, once again, I want to thank you all for coming here to show your support and your love for these new graduates and for us and our past grads. And we do have a reception complete with cake and cookies and peanuts and beverages, and it's just across the hall in the CTC 124-125, so I would encourage you all to stop over. There are pictures of every past graduating class with the exception of three, I couldn't find three, all on a table outside of the room, and you guys can kind of take a look and look at some of those who have gone before and some that came after. So you can just wait there, and then we're going to go ahead and, yeah. It's my sister. You guys have heard about my sister. Go ahead. Dell.
I'm my friend's sister, and I just want everyone to know. I'm going to cry.
See, it comes naturally. It runs in the family. We can't get through a sentence without crying.
See, it's true. That girl loves you guys. She has loved all of you guys. And it's good to her stress. And she's so wants to live in your lives. And she cares so much. That's her capacity. Anyway, she is genuinely discursive.
Stop.
And I love you for years.
I love you, honey. Thank you. Thank you. Jen, can we have all past grads that are here come up and we can have one last picture? Come back up. Sorry. My dismissing of you was premature.
You can face everyone this way.
This way?
Yeah.
Yeah, all instructors. Yeah, Robin. Sherry? Dan, Sherry. We're doing the stair climber today. Which, toward her. Oh, over there.
People that did this. You should do no masks.
Oh, I don't have my so we'll do mine.
Perfect. All right. You're in the front row. And if you're in the back row. All right. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.